The name V2000 conjures up all kinds of images. It could be the name of an overpriced sports car, the kind driven by men with minute penises. It could be the name of a festival organised by the increasingly sinister Virgin Group. Or it could be the laboratory codename of an immense nuclear space robot that goes dangerously out of control in downtown Tokyo, demolishing buildings with its immense iron phallus. Actually, that last one's a damn good idea for a film. Somebody write it down and Bagsy 20% of the video rights. Anyway, the intensely mundane real world being what it is, V2000 refers to none of these things. In fact, it's a sequel to a game called Virus. Now, there are precious few well-known names in the gaming industry, but the man behind V2000 is one of them. He's David Braben, who, together with co-programmer Ian Bell, wrote legendary space-bound drug push-em-up Elite in 1984. The pair later fell out and pursued different goals. Bell is now immersed in a shadowy world of trance music and trippy visuals. Braben is not. The original Virus first appeared in 1988 on the Archimedes, a not especially successful home computer popular with boffins, amateur astronomers, classical musicians, and all manner of friendless spods with damp trousers and shiny foreheads. The game, originally available under the moniker Zarch, was voted best-selling game on the Archimedes. An achievement doubtlessly aided by two telling factors. One, the game was actually bundled with the hardware itself. And two, the second best-selling game on the Archimedes was called Calculate This, You Giant Buffoon, a text input game in which the player had to solve an endless string of sums with abusive language displayed on screen each time he or she got an answer wrong. Anyway, Braben's offering was soon ported across to the Commodore Amiga and the Atari ST, where it quickly developed a rabid following on account of its lightning-fast 3D graphics, which was still a novelty in those days, and unusual gameplay. Oh yes, the gameplay. Those who played it will know that the big problem with the original Virus was also its major selling point, the unusual way in which the player controlled their spaceship. At heart, the game wasn't entirely dissimilar to Defender, although the flight method owed far more to games like Asteroids, Thrust, and Lunar Lander, in that hovering was entirely impossible. Instead, the ship was entirely at the mercy of every one of the laws of physics, so players had to continually jiggle with the afterburners, thrusting and counter-thrusting, in order to retain some semblance of control. In practice, what happened was this. You started playing the game, you gasped at the smooth 3D graphics, you crashed into the ground, you tried again, you crashed into the ground again. On your next attempt, you managed to fly a few meters before crashing into the ground. And then you either persevered and mastered it, or threw the damn thing out the window and became a bitter and twisted shell of a man. Guess which option we chose. So here's cause for celebration. Not only does V2000 provide far better visuals than its predecessor, but most importantly of all, the flight model has been totally rejigged to allow normal human beings to get to grips with it. Better yet, the degree of difficulty is entirely customizable, allowing cack-handed newbies to adjust the craft's ability to self-right, i.e. remain level, while show-off Virus diehards can just piddle about unaided. Furthermore, the ship can now morph itself in true Transformers fashion from a zippy but unwieldy fighter jet space jet thing into a stable but limited hovercraft. The game's dynamics have also undergone a major tweak. In the original game, the bulk of the action concerned itself with preventing the spread of a deadly red virus, carried by a swarm of attacking alien creatures. Eliminating them all and then destroying their hive was your main objective. That hasn't changed, but V2000 also brings a host of new features to the party. There are people to rescue a la Defender. There's an incredible array of weapons to research and use, and all manner of highfalutin technology, such as autonomous craft or portable radar units to add to your plan of action. And of course the graphics are much, much better than they were 10 years ago. The preview version we played suffered from some pretty bad pop-up, with some landscape features being drawn in at the last minute on screen. But overall the engine is pretty impressive. Alongside the prerequisite lighting effects, there's an undulating ocean, which the player can actually dive under and into. The levels are fairly diverse, with 30 individual stages spread across 6 different environment types, including medieval worlds, ice planets, and wibbly-wobbly water worlds. Well, we're impressed so far. We await the final version to see what that has to offer. And let's hope they eliminate that pop-up problem, or we'll whinge like a bunch of disgruntled 7-year-olds being force-fed tofu.